Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. In the previous class we have learnt about tens and hundreds. What did we learn about? Tens. Tens is nothing but 1 by 10. And then we have learnt about hundreds in decimal numbers, that is nothing but 1 by 100. Now after 10 and 100 what comes? We have 1000. So when we have the fraction 1 by 1000, it is called as thousands. If you revise, we write 1 by 10 as 0.1. See, 1 by 10. How will we write it as a decimal number, children? The denominator is having 2 digits. So we write the numerator also as a 2-digit number. That is 0, 1. And as in the denominator we are having 1, 0, we place our decimal point after 1 digit from the right. So 1 by 10 is nothing but our 0.1. And similarly 1 by 100 is equal to 0.01. 1 by 100, again the denominator here is having 3 digits. So the numerator should also be written as a minimum of 3-digit number. 1, and before that we'll place 2 zeros. Now it is also a 3-digit number. What is the next step? Count the number of zeros in the denominator. We are having 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, 1, 2. After 2 digits from the right, we'll place our decimal point. So 1 by 100 is nothing but 0.01. This was what we learned yesterday. 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1 and 1 by 100 is equal to 0.01. Now in the same lines, 1 by 1000 is written as 0.001 and read as 0.001. Representation of 1 by 1000. Again, what are they saying? In the same way as 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1, 1 by 100 is equal to 0.01. What does 1000 be? 1 by 1000 be equal to? Again, here the denominator is a 4-digit number. So we have to write the numerator also as a 4-digit number. Write 1 here, and for the remaining 3 digits we will place our zeros. Yes, 0001 is nothing but 1 only, that is the numerator. As we are placing the zeros to the left side of the given whole number, the value of the number does not change. Yes, 05 is equal to 5. But if we place the 0 to the right side of the whole number, it will become 50. Yes, it will not be equal to 5. So that is why here we have placed our zeros to the left side of 1. Now what will be the second step, children? Second step would be to count the number of zeros in the denominator. In the denominator we are having 1, 2 and 3 zeros. So for this number 0001, after 3 digits from the right, 1, 2, 3. After 3 digits from the right, we have to place our decimal point. So 1 by 1000 is equal to 0.001. Is it clear, children? 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1. 1 by 100 is equal to 0.01 and 1 by 1000 is equal to 0.001. The number of zeros in the denominator determine the number of decimal places. Yes, here 1000 is having 3 zeros, so we are having 3 decimal places. 10 has 1 zero, so 1 decimal place. 100 has 2 zeros, so 2 decimal places. Now coming to the representation of 1 by 1000. That is, how will we represent 1 by 1000 in the form of a picture? If you remember, for 1 by 10, children, what did we do? We took a square and then divided it into 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yes, 10 equal parts, and we shaded only one part out of it. So this here represents our fraction 1 by 10. And if we want to represent 1 by 100, what did we do? The same square we have further divided into 10 parts. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yes, see, now we are having 100 equal squares, out of which if we shade one square, it will represent the fraction 1 by 100. 100, the denominator, is the total number of squares. 1, the numerator, is the total number of shaded squares. Clear, children? Now how do we represent 1 by 1000? See, this one whole is divided into 1000 equal parts. Now this cube here, children, what are we going to do? This is going to be divided into 1000 equal parts. See, it is divided into so many parts here. Now from these 1000 equal parts, if we choose only one part, say this, now that will represent 1 by 1000. This is our one whole. So it will represent 1. Now as we have divided the whole into 1000 equal parts, the denominator becomes 1000, and as we are choosing only one part or coloring only one part, that one becomes our numerator. So this is the pictorial representation of 1 by 1000. And what is the decimal form of 1 by 1000, children? 0.001. There are 3 zeros in the 1000. So the decimal number has 3 decimal places. I hope this is clear, right? Let us look at some examples now. Write the following fractions in terms of decimals. What is the first one? The first one is 6 by 1000. We have to convert this fraction into a decimal number. What is the first step? Count the number of digits in the denominator. We are having 4 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. The denominator has 4 digits, but the numerator is having only 1 digit. So we have to make it also as a 4-digit number. How will we make it? First the numerator 6 will write here, and the remaining places to the left side, always remember to write zeros to the left side of the whole number. So the remaining places on the left will be filled by our zeros. Now the next step is to count the number of zeros in our denominator, that is 1000. We are having 3 zeros in the denominator. So from the number 0.0006, we count 3 digits from the right side. 1, 2, 3. After counting the 3 digits, we place our decimal point. 0.006 is our correct answer. Yes, you should not count the number of places from the right side. 1, 2, 3 and then place a point. 0.6 will be our wrong answer. What is the correct answer, children? See, again, if you get confused between whether 0.006 is correct or 0.6 is correct, then what did I say? The number of zeros in the denominator will determine the number of zeros in the the number of decimal places in the given number. As the denominator here is 1000, it has 3 zeros, so the decimal number should have 3 decimal places. Yes, from both of these, which has 3 decimal places? 0.006 has 3 decimal places. So this is our correct answer. Understood? If you get confused in the exam whether this is correct or this is correct, that is, we have to place the decimal point after counting digits from the right or from the left. You do both and check which is having the number of decimal places equal to the number of zeros in the denominator. So 0.006 becomes our correct answer. 6 by 1000 is equal to 0.006 and read as 0.006. Example 2, 136 divided by 1000. Again the numerator is 136, the denominator is 1000. How will we write it in the decimal form, children? If you look at the denominator is having 4 digits, but the numerator is having only 3 digits. So first we write it as it is, and for the fourth digit here we will place a 0 to the left side of the given whole number. Now our number is 0136. Now coming to the second step, what is the second step? We need to count the number of zeros in the denominator. We are having 3 zeros in the denominator. So after 3 digits from the right, we'll place our decimal point. 0.136 is our decimal number for the fraction 136 by 1000. See, 1000 has 3 zeros, so even in the decimal number we need to have 3 decimal places. Is this clear, children? And how will we read this number? As 0.136. The digits after the decimal point are to be read individually. We should not read it together as 136. If I read it as 0.136, it will be wrong. How should I read it as 0.136? I hope this is clear. Now let us look at some exercise problems. Look at the following fractions. They have their denominator as 1000. Write them in the decimal form. Yes, coming to the first one, 9 by 1000. Here 1000 has 4 digits. So we have to make the numerator also as a 4-digit number. 1, 2, 3. After adding 3 zeros to the left side of the given number, I now have a 4-digit number. Yes, children. Now where should I place my decimal point? 1000 has 3 zeros. So after counting 3 digits from the right, 1, 2, 3. After counting 3 digits from the right, I will place my decimal point. 0.009 is my decimal number. Clear? Coming to second one, 101 by 1000. Again the numerator here has only 3 digits. So for the fourth digit, I'll place a 0 to the left side of the whole number. Now again we are having 3 zeros here. So after 3 digits from the right, I am placing my decimal point. 0.101 is our answer. Next question, see. 21 by 1000. Now here the numerator is having 2 digits. So for the remaining 2 digits, we'll place zeros. 0021 is our number now. And coming to the decimal point, here we are having 3 zeros. So after 3 digits from the right, I'll place my decimal point. 0.0021 is our answer. And for the last one, 225 by 1000, what will it be, children? 0.225. Yes, so this is how we convert a decimal fraction, convert a fraction into a decimal number, where the denominator is a friendly denominator. That means it is either 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 or so on. Here we are having few more problems. You can try solving this at your home, children. Okay. Next bit, what fraction of each square is shaded? Write each fraction in the decimal form. Now what are they saying? First, for the given figure, we have to find out what fraction is shaded. For the given square, what part of it is shaded, and then we need to write that fraction in our decimal form. If you look at the first square here, square A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 3. 14 squares are shaded. So 14 becomes our numerator. And what about the denominator, children? If we count the number of rows and columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are having 10 rows and 10 columns. So the total number of squares becomes 10 into 10, that is equal to 100. So now this 100 becomes our denominator. What does this fraction represent? That 14 squares out of the total 100 squares are shaded. Now how will we represent this in a decimal form? 14 divided by 100. Now the denominator is a 3-digit number, but the numerator is having only 2 digits. So for the third digit we will place 0. And coming to the decimal point, 100 has 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I will place my decimal point. 0.14 becomes the decimal number. 0.14 becomes the decimal number that is representing the given figure. Coming to figure 2, again see children, it is the same square with 10 rows and 10 columns. So the total number of squares in this becomes 100 squares. And how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. 30 squares are shaded out of a total of 100 squares. So 30 by 100 becomes our fraction. And coming to the decimal form, again we need to make it as a 3-digit number. So 030 becomes our number, and in 100 we are having 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I will place my decimal point. 0.30 becomes our answer. 0.30 is the decimal number that is representing the given figure. Next question C. Again, how many, this is also the same square with 10 rows and 10 columns. Yes children. So from this we are having a total of 100 squares. Now coming to the numerator, we are having 3 rows into 10 columns. So 10 into 3 becomes 30. 30 are shaded here. 30 plus 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 and 39. A total of 39 squares are shaded out of 100. Now how will we write it in decimal form? As the denominator is a 3-digit number, we are writing the numerator also as a 3-digit number. How will we write it children? We place a 0 to the left of the given whole number. So 039 is our number. Now coming to the decimal point, 100 has 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I will place my decimal point. So 0.39 becomes my decimal number that is representing the given figure. I hope this is clear children, how to write the decimal form for a given figure which is having a few shaded parts and few unshaded parts. Now coming to question 3, represent the following decimal numbers on the grids by shading. Now here it is reversed. In the previous question we were given the shaded figure and we had to write the decimal form. But in this question we are given the decimal form, but we have to shade the square to match with the decimal form. Our number here is 0.05. First, if we convert this 0.05 into a fraction, we will know how many squares to shade. Yes children. Now how will we convert this into a fraction? Write the number as it is without the decimal point. Instead of 0.05, write 005. This becomes the numerator, divided by, write 1, and after 1, here we can see that we have 2 decimal places. So after 1 place 2 zeros. 005 by 100 or nothing but 5 by 100. 005 is equal to 5. Yes or no children? Yes, 005 is nothing but our 5. So the decimal number 0.05 is equal to the fraction 5 by 100. Is this clear children? 5 by 100 becomes our fraction for the given decimal number. Now if I want to represent or shade the given figure to represent the fraction 5 by 100, What should I do? The denominator 100 means the total number of squares, so I am not concerned about that. What do we need here? We need to look at the numerator. Numerator tells us how many squares are to be shaded. The numerator is 5, so that means 5 are to be shaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have shaded 5 squares out of the total 100 squares. So now this figure is representing the fraction 5 by 100. It is nothing but the decimal number 0.05. Is this clear, children? Question A. Coming to question B, 0.16. Now how to represent this as a fraction? Again write the number as it is without the decimal point. For the denominator write 1 and count the number of decimal places. We are having 2 decimal places. So place 2 zeros after 1 to the right side. Remember, after counting the decimal places for the denominator, you will place the zeros to the right side, children. You should not write 001. Okay, 001 will be wrong. It should be 100. So 016 is nothing but 16. 16 by 100 becomes our fraction. What is the fraction? 16 by 100. Again here the numerator is 16, which means that we have to shade 16 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So from the given 100 squares we have shaded or colored 16 squares. It is now representing the fraction 16 by 100, which is nothing but our decimal number 0.16. Again we are having two more questions here, children, 0.36 and 0.57. I'll just tell you the conversion. How to convert? 0.36 is nothing but 0.36 divided by 100. Why 100? Because the decimal number is having 2 decimal places. The denominator shall have 2 zeros. And again 0.57, first write the number without the decimal point, and then for the denominator after 1 place 2 zeros, as we are having 2 decimal places. Now 0.36 is nothing but 36 by 100. 0.57 is nothing but 57 by 100. So the fractions representing are 36 by 100 and 57 by 100. So to make the figure represent the same, what should we do? For question C, we have to shade 36 squares, and for question D, we have to shade 57 shades. Is this clear, children? And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. I hope whatever we have learnt in today's class was clear for you, and we'll continue the topic decimals in the coming. This we've come to the end of today's class, children. I hope addition and subtraction of all the 3 different types of fractions, that is like fractions, unlike fractions, and